Alright, y'all. I'm going to be telling some camping stories. I'm going to have some gameplay in here. I'm going to turn off all the sound inside of my gameplay so that you can hear the story while I'm playing the game. So that it's kind of like those Subway Surfers things while someone is talking. But I'm about to turn this entirely down so that you can hear me while I'm playing this. And I'm going to go on free play and do some random stuff. Now, here's the story. One time I was going camping and then I heard this really high pitched scream. It was like a child screaming, but I knew it wasn't because like it sounded too distorted to be a child. So like because instead of just going to check on it like a man, I decided to be a scaredy cat and just stay in my tent for the rest of the night until it was morning. So like when it was morning, the next time when it was morning, I I went outside. These are all when I was little, by the way, like really little, not like not like almost teenager years, not like that. But so I went up to my mother and then said, "Hey, I heard some really weird sounds last night. Do you know what that? Did you hear? Or do you know what that was?" I just told her what I heard last night, and she was confused. She was like, what are you talking about? I mean, I didn't hear anything, so it must have been someone pranking you or you just heard stuff. I was like so confused. I was like, wait, kids can hallucinate? And that was the first time when I knew what. And then that was the first time I hallucinated, but then the story isn't over yet because if you look at the video, this might be like 20 minutes long or over, but probably not. But back to the story. So I was like confused and I was just looking around and then after that I was thinking in my mind 24/7. I was just I mean not 24/7 but like for at, at least 2 hours I was on my phone watching cartoons, okay? But listen, the only reason why I was doing that is cuz I was scared. I was terrified, okay? Like I was at least probably like 7 at the time. Or you know what? No, it was probably I was probably like at least 5. No, I'm just kidding. It was 7. But I was terrified. Okay, I grabbed my little blanket and I just stayed under the covers with my mother's phone, just watching it. Those just that was literally it. I'm not gonna tell you what year, but like I really don't want to. I consider that personal. But I consider like telling what year it was is personal because then you'll find out my age and I don't want to tell people that, but like you could just subtract it and then you would know how old I am in 2025 right now, or you know, just yeah. But I'm not gonna tell you how because I don't want you finding out my age. So I'm not gonna answer what year. But back to the story again. And until it was the next night, I decided to get out of the covers, ask for something to eat, and then I saw a whole campfire outside. I was like, "Oh, we're waiting for you to get up." I was like, I wasn't asleep. Yeah, we saw your eyes closed for a bit, and I was like, wait, I fell asleep? But like, I didn't actually know that because I was just busy watching the phone. But like, if I did fall asleep, then why did I still hear the phone? Why did I was still watching the phone? Or they probably just faked it, or they just saw me close my eyes because I was blinking for like they only look. One of them just she probably only looked for like a second and then just looked away or whatever or something like that. I guess I don't really know, but she just looked away. I mean, after when she saw me blink, she was probably like, "Oh yeah, this guy, he's asleep. We could just go. We should go start a campfire without him." It was like I could have helped because I start campfires a lot. Like I was like, wait, and then I was like, oh wait, I should have never have said that. I was like, and then she just started full on having a conversation with me when I just was like, oh, you know how to start fires, huh? Have you been starting fires without me, or And then have you never asked him? Have you just been starting it without doing anything? Is that the reason why we had so much fire? She was just asking so many questions. And then right after that, he said the word. When we get back to the house, you're getting a beating. I didn't even have. I didn't even get to say anything. She just said that sentence. You're getting a beating when we get home. I mean, I was relieved. I was hoping she would forget about it because we're not going home for another 3 days. So I was hoping she forgot about it. Good thing she did forget, but let's just get back to the next day. So like, this is our second day here on this night, and I asked her if I could have some marshmallows, and said she said it in like the most rudest way. But like, what I mean is by the rudest way, I didn't mean she said, "Fine, here you go." No, she said it like, "Go ahead, just take one." She said it like that instead of what I just said before, what I was thinking. Yeah, so since she said it that way, now I was thinking, oh, she might not forget. So after that, so after I was thinking she wasn't gonna forget, I was scared the entire time. I was scared even more after because I heard an owl. I mean, yeah, I knew what an owl was, but like I was like, oh, that's the sound of an owl. But I didn't think that was an owl before. But before I heard the sound, I mean, like when I heard the sound, I was like, is that an owl? 'Cause like I feel like my mom was trying to scare me because she said, "No, it's not an owl." I have no idea what that thing was. She terrified me. She literally scared me so hard that I almost pooped on myself. I'm gonna be honest with you, I almost did, but at least I did it though. At least I did it. I haven't done it at least, but still, after that, after that time, I was like, "Mom, can we go home?" Like, and then I was like, "Actually, never mind," because I forgot about it, and then I just got notified about it, and she was like, "Yeah, sure, we can go home. Everyone pack our tents." She was like, "What? What are you doing right now?" She said, "No, I'm just kidding. No, we're not. We're not going right now, but we're going soon. We are going soon." So right after that, I asked her, "What do you mean soon? Do you mean like soon, like a day after, 2 days, 3 days?" We have 2 more days left, and I was terrified. Cause like I was thinking, I'm gonna stay away from the games. Like I'm gonna stay away from your phone. You can have it back. Cause you know how when you use like something fun or like electronic, time goes by fast. Yeah, I believed that when I was younger. So since I believed it, you aren't hearing vibrations. Sorry, sorry about that. You unhear vibrations on my phone, but let me get back to the story. So, oh my god, I forgot what part I was at. All right, we're just gonna skip some parts. So then, when she said we had one more day left, I was like, oh my god, time's gonna go fast. Cause so then I just gave her her phone back. I was bored the entire time, but I didn't want the day to go by fast. I didn't want that whooping. But then the day right after she said we were going home, and then she was like, "Did you guys have fun?" I was like, in my mind, I was like, "Dude, no, not after what you did to me." I mean, but I still said yes, so I didn't hurt her feelings, and yeah. So then, as soon as we got home, um, she said, "If you guys want, you can use the electronics. I don't really care because I'm going to sleep." So as soon as she slapped herself on that bed, um, I just decided to use I mean, not the PlayStation, my tablet, because I had nothing else to do. And then right after that, I told and then I used to be a snitch when I was younger. At least I changed from that. And let's see. And then when my brother wouldn't give me that Xbox, bro. If he wouldn't get me that Xbox, bro, I really wanted to play that Xbox 360. And if he didn't give it to me, oh my god, I would just be like, "Get it, mom, he's not giving me it." And then right after it, I would just say, "Get out the way." Mom said it's my turn to play the Xbox. Just and I just slap him away. And then I was like, "Oh no, I should have never done that." So that he slapped me so hard that I literally just decided to not forget. I didn't talk to him for like 5 days, and then I was like, I was waiting for him to say he was sorry, but he ain't going to say sorry. He just hates me. So yeah, I mean, we don't really. Well, we're fine now. We still talk. We talk now, but before we didn't really talk that much. I didn't talk to him when I was young. I didn't talk to him until I didn't talk to him until I was like a teenager. Since I was 7, like I believe you turn into a teenager when you're 13. I believe. I guess. But well, I guess. But the other thing is, I hated him so much that he was the reason why I was bored all day. Cause like the only way I would touch the Xbox and use it is if he was asleep. But the bad thing is, he usually stays up until like 6 in the morning. He used to stay up till like 6 in the morning. I stayed up till 5:30 in the morning, and then I went to sleep. So I tried my best to stay up as hard as I could. And then when it was 6, he was saying, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna try to go to sleep now." That meant I had it for a while, because I mean, at least sadly he didn't sleep till 11, but gladly and sadly, because like if he slept at 11, he wouldn't wake up till like 7 p.m. and that's like 8 hours on the Xbox. So because of that, I had like 6 hours on the Xbox. I mean, now 6 hours doesn't seem like a lot, but when I was 7, that was a lot. Trust me. It's just the sad thing is if I did that now, 7 hours, then yeah, it would pass by fast. I'm telling you. But right after that, I just had so much fun. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep on doing this. And then I kept on doing it until I was 13, and then my mom gave me permission to sell my iPad. Don't ask why. And I'm just kidding. Well, and then when I grew up at like to 9, she let me sell my iPad and let me get either a PlayStation or a phone. But the thing is, she's using my money, because I actually only had enough for, let's see, back when I was 7. I believe when I was 7, they had the let's see, iPhone. I believe the iPhone 6 or 8. No, it's 6 or 5. 6 or 5, I meant. But then she either let me get the iPhone 6 or 5 or a PlayStation 1 or 2. I don't really remember, really. I mean, I don't really remember. It was one of those. And then she was trying to trick me because I picked the phone, though. And I am glad with that. Because she was trying to trick me to get me a console. But the thing was, I knew we didn't have any more TVs for that. So, yeah. So I just picked the phone. And after that, yep, she was disappointed, but she was still she was still surprised that I had good memory about that. I mean, see, 14 minutes in, we have time for like another story, and then I'm about to end the video. Now I'm gonna try to remember a good one and see if I have any in my mind right now. I think I've been yapping for 14 minutes. All right, I'm gonna see if there's any. But yeah, for 14 minutes, dang. But I am about to see if there is any other story for me to think of, or I mean, not think of, that happened to me. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just feel tired. I can't go to sleep, so sorry about what I'm saying. But I'm about to think of a really good story that happened, not like a fake one. And then I'm about to tell. I mean, and then I'm gonna see. I don't know really, but I'm about to think of one, and let's see if it's an actual good story. This might take like at least 5 minutes. Let's see how long I need to think for. Alright, I just got it. So, when I was 7, another time when I was 7, I went to my friend's house, and you know what I did? I saw a trampoline. So I asked if they had a ladder, because like they didn't have like a 2-story house, they had a 1-story. And then what the heck? Then they had a 1-story house, and then you can get on the roof. And since you can get on the roof, um, keep on forgetting it. What is it? Keep on forgetting it, bruh. Got it. Hold up, gotta remember story again. Okay. So then I got on the roof, and then right after I got on the roof, I was like, I am going to jump off. But little did I know, there was a lake. And you know what was in there? There was barnacles everywhere. If you don't know what barnacles are, then you should go and search it up on Google. But I literally stepped in barnacles. But I didn't know that was in there. Yeah, but I didn't know it was in there, so then I jumped off. But then I like scorpioned on myself. No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. I didn't scorpion. But I'm just kidding. Yeah, I did scorpion. But then I jumped off, and then I'm, and then well, no, I got sprung off, and then I landed inside of the lake with the barnacles. But since the lake was short, that means I couldn't like swim up. I had to step all on the barnacles, and my feet was just getting slashed and slashed over and over again, and I couldn't do anything about it. But I can't live in that lake, so I had to get out. I mean, I don't think I had to go to the hospital, but I still think that would have hurt me. I mean, at least I didn't fall on one of them, but I didn't sit down on one of them because I didn't really know. I'm glad I didn't do that. But if I did, oh my god, I would have hate myself. Man, I would be screaming on the top of my lungs. I would be screaming on the top of my lungs, bro. Cause like, there ain't no way. What the heck was that? Oh, no, you get back here. You get back here. No. You can stay right here. You get your get your Get your. Okay, never mind. But still, man, I hated myself when I just stepped all over him. I was like, I'm sorry for that. I don't know why I did that. But I just straight up just said, yeah, no, I'm gonna go back home in the next 30 minutes. And then right after the 30 minutes passed, my mom was like, oh my god, what happened? Because she saw all those cuts on my foot. And then right after that, she said, you need to lay down or something? Do you want anything? So, you know what? This was actually a pretty good hack. Because, like, you know what? I could actually ask for some certain stuff that I knew she wouldn't get me. So, I mean, not like every single day, but like, she wouldn't get me every single day, but still sometimes, like, once a week. I'm just kidding. Once every 3 weeks. So, I asked her, can I get some McDonald's? And then right after that, she was like, it seems sus. It seems suspicious. It seems sussy. It seems suspicious, but okay, you can get it. So then she gave me the McDonald's, and then I was like, maybe I should keep on doing this. And she was like, oh, I heard that. You said, we on what? Right after that, she was like, oh, I regret this already. Do not. The only thing you are not going to get is McDonald's from if you feel like that, okay? Because you should have never done that. And right after that, no, I was like, wait, now I can't even have McDonald's ever again. So then I slapped my leg, and then, I just got mad. So since I slapped my leg, she was like, what are you doing in there? She sounded real mad. She sounded real mad. So then right after that, when I tried it again, she was like, what do you want other than McDonald's? And I was like, oh, dang it, I forgot she said that because I did want McDonald's. So then I never done it again. But I mean, do I actually get hurt though? That's the only reason why. But I'm not gonna do that ever again. I'm only gonna do that on accident and not on purpose. Because if I do it on purpose, I'm not getting on McDonald's. And she put a body. I mean, and she put cameras on me. She asked me, so it's fine. I'm just kidding. No, everything was fake except for everything was fake. But everything was fake. The only thing that wasn't fake is anything other than the camera part. So like, if it's the camera part was fake. Yeah, yeah, the camera part was fake. But yeah, and that will be it for today. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, my Nick.